The Food and Drug Administration recently approved the sale of over-the-counter hearing aids without a prescription. Frustrated by expensive hearing exams and devices, consumers push for the FDA ruling. And joining us today is Brian Maguire, Senior Vice President with Lexie Hearing. Good morning, Brian. How you doing?
Hi, Brad. Thanks for having me.
Good. All right, let's get right to this. What does this mean for people with this new FDA ruling?
Yeah, so starting next week, consumers can purchase hearing aids over the counter for the very first time in the U.S. And I know at Lexie Hearing, we're going to be available with our hearing aids in over 11,000 storefronts across the U.S., from pharmacies, to retailers, and of course, through their popular online websites, of course. Hearing loss is very prevalent in the U.S. 37 million Americans suffer from some degree of hearing loss. So this is a really important change in opening up access and affordability for hearing healthcare across the U.S.
Yeah, it's very important because, Brian, we got to mention that there are people out there that need hearing aids but are not getting them. And why is that?
Yeah, historically, the big reasons are because they're difficult to get oftentimes, and they can be quite expensive. So historically, you've needed to consult a hearing healthcare professional or an audiologist to get a prescription for the device. And those devices can cost upwards of $4,000 a pair. So this new over-the-counter change will enable greater access for people with mild to moderate hearing loss to be able to get a hold of those hearing aids that you see here, and also at a fraction of the cost of traditional devices. Our hearing aids at LexieHearing.com start at $7.99 for a pair, and they're clinically proven to provide audiologist quality customization, all for that low price, and you fit those yourself.
Yeah, wow, that pricing is so important, especially for those who are on a fixed income. Let's change gears a little bit and talk about how common hearing loss is and what are some of the signs?
Yeah, it's very common. As I mentioned, millions of Americans are affected by hearing loss. And some of the common signs you might want to look out for either you or a loved one is you're, one, asking people to repeat themselves on a regular basis. That can be a sign for sure. Two, that you're setting the TV volume or any other electronic device at a level that's good for you, but uncomfortably loud for the people around you. And then three, after a full day of conversation, you're exhausted, strained from straining to hear other people speak. Those could be three key signs. The good news, it's really easy to understand and assess where you are in your hearing healthcare. You can log on to LexieHearing.com. On there, all you need is 3 minutes of your time and a pair of headphones, and you can take a hearing test. And that'll give you a good indication of roughly where you are. And so you can learn about hearing loss in general and also look at options that might be suitable for you.
Yeah, wow, that's very important there, Brian. Also, why is it so important for us to start addressing our hearing loss?
Yeah, immediately there are benefits, right? So you can start hearing better almost immediately and start to engage in those conversations, get back to enjoying the things that you do with your loved ones. So it can bring you immediate joy. Long-term, however, studies have shown that regular use of hearing aids reduces the risk of dementia and falls, and also lowers the prevalence of depression and social isolation. So there are immediate benefits that you get from wearing a hearing aid, but there's also some really helpful long-term health outcomes that come as a result of wearing them as well.
I like that. Okay, how are the over-the-counter different from the traditional hearing aids?
Yeah, so over-the-counter hearing aids are for people with mild to moderate hearing loss. Probably the biggest difference is you'll be able to go in and purchase those at a retail store or a pharmacy or online. And when you get home, within an hour, at least with our product, you'll be able to adjust those and customize those to your hearing preferences, right? This has been clinically proven to provide audiologist quality customization, all from the comfort of your home. And our hearing aids are high quality hearing aids, comfortable to wear all day long, and have many of the comparable features that you would expect to find in prescription devices. We also offer free remote support. So we're there by phone or video chat to get you up and running with your product, ensure that you acclimate to the device. And of course, we're there for you as you go through your life of hearing healthcare.
Yeah, Brian, wow, this is so great. It's like when people go get the readers, now they can go get their hearing aids taken care of very easily. So important to them. How can they find out more information?
Well, today you can go to LexieHearing.com immediately. Like I said, you could take a free hearing test, 3 minutes of your time there, learn about hearing loss, look at your options. We just announced a brand new product today, the Lexie B2 powered by Bose hearing aids. They're rechargeable hearing aids, and you can self-fit, and you can see those here. And those will be available starting next Monday. So you can go to LexieHearing.com today, take the hearing test, and to stores nationwide starting next week.
Oh my goodness, look at that Bose and Lexie team. That is going to be some great sounding voices and music and everything you're going to hear from around you once you get those hearing aids in. Brian, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.